When I bought my first home, I didn't mind the HOA too much at first. I figured they'd handle mowing the neighborhood park and keep the place tidy. Fine by me. I didn't expect to be stuck dealing with Karen as my next-door neighbor and the self-appointed HOA dictator. At first, it was the usual Karen stuff. Nasty notes about my unsightly garbage cans, passive-aggressive comments about my lawn length, threats of imaginary fines for leaving my porch light on too late. Annoying but manageable. Then I got an electric truck. I installed a level 2 charger on the side of my garage. I didn't think much of it until my electric bill suddenly doubled in 1 month. I checked everything inside, no problem. Then one night, I stayed up late tinkering in the garage and heard a faint hum from the side yard. I peeked out the window and saw Karen's bright red Tesla plugged into my charger, and Karen tiptoeing away like she'd done nothing wrong. The next day, I politely confronted her. She denied it with a fake laugh and said, "It's a community power source. We all benefit when neighbors share." She claimed the HOA rules allowed shared use of exterior amenities. I read the rules. There was nothing about stealing electricity. So I locked my charger box. A week later, the lock was cut clean off. Same thing the next week. Karen would charge up in the dead of night, then smirk at me the next morning while cruising past in her fully charged Tesla. I called the HOA. They shrugged. "Karen's the president," they said. "Take it up with her." So I did, and got another fake laugh and a threat about fining me for unfriendly conduct. Fine. If Karen wanted a charge, she'd get one. I called up an old buddy who's an electrical engineer. Together, we rigged a simple surprise. A surge circuit inside the charger box. If anyone plugged in without the proper bypass key, it would dump a short, controlled power surge through the line, enough to fry the battery inverter in an EV but harmless to my setup. I tested it with an old drill. Fried it in 2 seconds. Perfect. That night, I parked my truck in the driveway so Karen would think the charger was free. Sure enough, around midnight, I heard the familiar hum. I peeked through the blinds. Karen's Tesla was plugged in, happily sucking up what it thought was free juice. Then the charger flicked. Pop. The hum died. Karen came back out in her bathrobe, unplugged the cable, and looked totally confused. The next morning, her Tesla wouldn't even start. The battery system was toast. Those inverters aren't cheap. Karen came banging on my door, screaming that I'd sabotaged community resources. I calmly showed her the police report I'd filed weeks ago about her theft, and the new lock and security camera footage showing her cutting my lock, trespassing, and plugging in. She threatened to sue, but the cops laughed her right out of the station when they saw the evidence. The HOA finally stepped in. Apparently they didn't want to cover the bill for a new Tesla battery, or the lawsuit I threatened if they didn't remove her as president. So Karen lost her HOA crown, and her precious Tesla sat dead in her driveway for weeks until she managed to sell it for scrap. Meanwhile, my charger stays locked and secure, with a shiny new sign. Private property. Trespassers will be searched. The best part? My power bill went back to normal, and my garage has never been so peaceful.